Yeah, hey guys, back again, and say got another project, and I might have a problem, and I don't know who gauges that kind of stuff, but I bought another one, and say I feel bad having two projects going at once, but this one I think can get running pretty fast, so I'll just give it a shot. But I've always wanted a two-wheel drive. I'm gonna go ahead and slap a big old V8 in it. I shouldn't say big old, but I've got a 5.3 that I think is going to go right in here for me. I've also got a spare 6-liter, but I don't really feel like putting the 6-liter in. I think the 5.3 is going to give her plenty of giddy up. So, but anyways, it's not a bad truck. The interior is pretty rough. Yeah, same story as all my stuff, but then but this one, yeah, originally 4.3 manual transmission truck. Originally, supposedly, you can't believe everything you hear, but supposedly from Florida originally, this truck. And I say you can tell it ain't spent a whole lot of time in Michigan for how good it looks. And then made its way to Kentucky. And I think that's where it spent the last bit of its life. The guy I got it from, he was right down in Warren. And it's just been sitting in his yard. Apparently he went down to Kentucky and picked it up from the guy who had it originally. And so the motor blew, but the guy wanted the transmission before he sold the truck, as far as before the guy I got it from even got it. So it's been sitting with no motor or trans in it. I think all the wiring, I shouldn't say all, most of the wiring's here in the factory harness. So the AC's all still intact. I mean, everything's here. There's no radiator in her, but I've got radiators and we make that work. But yeah, that 5.3 I got come out of a 04 Yukon. So I got a two-wheel drive trans with it too. It was a two-wheel drive Yukon, and so that'd be pretty sweet. Get that in here and running around. And I'll probably keep, like I said, it was a manual transmission truck. And I think I'm gonna keep the pedals and everything in here for now, in case I decide I want to switch this back to a manual trans, if I feel like putting the money and time into it later. But right now I've got a two-wheel drive automatic that I'm not going to use for nothing else, and I don't have a two-wheel manual, so that just is what it is. But the other option too is steal that pedal assembly potentially to put into the solid axle swap project that I've got going too. And I've actually got some parts ordered for that thing, so waiting on some parts. So anyways, this would be another cool project. It's one that I think will go along a lot faster, because I'm not going to have to make my whole own front end on it and round up parts. I mean, this is a complete truck minus, it's a roller, complete minus motor and trans in it. And see, I probably won't do nothing with the body right away. I'll definitely, get her all cleaned up and resprayed at some point, but that might be a winter project. For now, it's plenty fine enough for running down the road, but she is super clean compared to anything else you find around here. Rockers. This cab corner, just a tiny little hole right there is all that I see on it. And right here, I don't think this is rusted out. The guy said apparently there's a dent right here in this body line, and someone just slapped some body filler over it and didn't prep it or nothing, and so that's what we're left with. But who knows? But the bed as a whole looks super clean, so I imagine that that's probably correct. But yeah, it looks awesome. And over here, again, just another little hole in that cab corner. But got rockers are solid, all that. And I kind of got ahead of myself. Let's say it had the exhaust on it still. I ripped that off real quick. I want to try and make some decent headway, get my motor in here. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And I think also that it'll work out nice. Get that motor out of the garage, because I've been staring at it, not knowing what in the hell to do with it. Hood up and engine bay cleaned out for the most part, where I can dump that motor in here. And just gonna make my own motor mounts. I got the V6 mounts out of there, whole wiring harness, factory harness, and everything just drooped over there, so that way I can cut out what I need to after. I want to get the motor in right now. It's like #1, get that motor in there. So working on that. See, I don't see any problems I'm coming up with yet. I got the hood strapped up there. It's a little service position, and I got the motor trans in here, and see, everything's there to make the thing go for the most part. Harness, computer, fuse block, accessories, everything. So should be able to dump it in and go, I hope. We'll see what happens there. But I've also got new cam to put in it here that just showed up. Try to bring you guys along as I pull the rest of this apart. So I got all the accessories off of her. So now I'll get in there and we'll get all them rockers out. Keep moving along. Per usual, I hope that's good enough angle I got you guys on there to see. Internal workings. Next we gotta try the old lifter roulette. Lifter roulette. That's all the way. Alright, here goes nothing. Awesome. There she is. There we got her. There's a box inside the box. That box looks cooler. That's what we're giving her. The sloppy stage 2, quote unquote. Probably gonna kill me, put a little lube on her. Good stuff. Ooh. One's going in so much easier than the other one come out. Almost like we did it. First timer for me. Exciting stuff. I'll put this cam plate back on. Finally, cam pulley, cam gear. You're down in there. You're down in there. Noise. Noise. Make sure she all lines up in here. like yet. Get cam lined up now. Good enough. Right there. Cover gasket. Let's pull it apart a little bit. We'll get a new one. And back from the auto parts. Got my timing cover gasket. Now I'll get some schmutz down there in the corners. I like to use the right stuff, because if you're not using the right stuff, you're probably using the wrong stuff. I like to really lather it up there in the corners. So the right way to do this would be to take the oil pan off and replace that oil pan gasket. But we're doing her on the cheap. My own project.